I would say the amount of people who subscribe also drop because of the economy, everything, right?
You got hit by inflation.
Actually, it affects, because you see the spending power in COVID period is much higher.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about co-parenting because going back to what I said earlier, a lot of your life is online, including your engagement, your wedding, and then your kid being born, and now you and Cheryl fighting online. Is that what it is? Or what's happening? Tell me about that. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Usual Place. I'm your host Natasha, and with me in the studio today I have Titus Low, Singapore's most famous OnlyFans creator.
Yes. Hi.
Is that a title you own?
I would say when you Google search OnlyFans Singapore, my name pop up. So I guess you can say so. But thanks for having me here.
No worries. Thanks for coming on board. And I wanted to ask you, what have you been up to these days? Because I look at your profile and you're like a DJ and then you're hanging out at Songkran. So what are you doing most of these days?
I would say I'm on Instagram. I'm a lifestyle influencer, right? So I do DJ on the side as well. It's like my little hobby. But most of the time I'm creating content. And other than that, I actually have a full-time job, which I work like remotely. Yeah.
Okay, so are you telling us you're no more an OnlyFans creator primarily, is it?
I mean, I do still post content. I do plan my content like week by week, everything. So I'll say it's more like my, I'm doing both ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me more about this full-time job. What is it? What do you do? And why did you decide to go into a salaried position?
Mainly it's because I want to buy a house, right?
Okay.
So I had to contribute CPF, right? So I had to ask my parents, please let me work. So I'm working for my family business. We are in the seafood industry. Like we are doing import-export, yeah.
Okay. So what exactly do you do on a daily basis, like with this job?
I'll just like, I do some marketing and more like our lives with my dad regarding everything, yeah.
Okay. So do you have to do you do social media marketing for them? Do you handle the seafood and then post about it? Or what do you do on this job?
I guess that's like the next phase.
Okay.
Where I had to do it. Like
Okay.
convert, because it's a very old school business. They don't really use social media, right? So I guess that's when I'll try to step in the future.
Okay. So I wanted to have you on the show because we just did an episode about, why people use social media to share their lives. And a lot of your life has been on social media. I mean, you started OnlyFans and then you got arrested for it and then you went to jail and then you got engaged and then you got married and then you had a kid. A lot of your life is on social media, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want that? Like, do you crave the attention or is this just your reality?
I would say at first I started social media more like a fun thing, right? But after I started seeing more views and engagement, I guess that's when the drives come in and also the money comes in well. The money comes in as well. So like I treated it as a job. So that's when I started posting and sharing more about my life, treating this more like a professional career, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're okay with it? Like people knowing everything about you, really? Because I can tell you timelines of you. So is it weird that people know about, everything in your life?
I think when you said this point, it's a bit weird because it's the first time I'm seeing you,
Yeah.
but you know everything about me.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just like I'm sharing to a blog spot, That's like sharing to my friends, But it's like the public in this case.
Yeah, everyone's your friend now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and I wanted to go back to where it all started, which is OnlyFans. I mean, that's how people got to know about you and who Titus Low is, right? And it's been a really big part of you becoming famous. And when you started it, I think when you did interviews at the start, you said that you did it because you wanted to become financially independent.
Yes.
You move away from living with your parents and at 19, right?
Yeah.
I want to know why OnlyFans as opposed to getting a desk job or being a gig worker. Why OnlyFans?
I would say, firstly, I was still very young, right? And
do you regret it? Are you regretting it?
I would say I don't regret it, but I have life lessons, also learn everything. So OnlyFans was very popular. Was starting to get more popular, say 2021, 2020.
Yeah, because of the pandemic, right?
Yeah, so that was when there was a sudden search in like online creators and like use of social media.
Yeah.
So there was also a need of like this kind of like content. So OnlyFans is basically like a subscription-based platform where like people can pay a fee, a monthly fee to access a certain type of content.
Yeah.
You can be posting cooking videos, everything, like anything you want, yeah. So basically that's what it is. It's like more like a pay, it's like a membership area, I would say.
Okay. But at that time, a lot of people were using it to do sex work, right? But why did you think that that was something you wanted to do as well?
I would say because I had the ability to do it. so
Okay.
because if I didn't earn money for OnlyFans, I wouldn't continue doing it.
Okay,
So
so
I would say I'm doing it because there's a demand.
So
right?
you trial and then you got fans.
Yeah, then
you didn't
okay,
just
then
get
like,
one fan, you got many.
okay,
and
if like let's say if 10 fans, let's say honestly speaking, I had 10 fans, I'll be like, okay, no, this is wasting my time. But if I have thousands of fans, okay, then why not? You know what I mean?
yeah. And you got fans from all around the world, right?
Mostly Southeast Asia, yeah.
And both genders.
Yeah.
Both men and women.
Yeah.
Appreciated your content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just continue to supply that demand and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you managed to sustain it for, I mean, up to now, right? So it's about 3-4 years since you started doing it, right?
I'll say I took a break for 1 year.
Last year, was it?
Yeah, I took a break doing the court case, everything.
Okay. Okay. And I mean, what, as a very Singaporean or maybe very Asian question, when you first started doing it and even up to now, what do your parents think about it?
Yeah, actually, we don't really talk about this
Okay.
in person, but they're like, I think they're also aware of this. They're definitely aware of this, but they also believe I know what's best for myself because I'm an adult already. But
I mean, did they freak out when they saw you in headlines for OnlyFans and then later, being arrested and then going to jail for it? Like, they say, hey, maybe you don't want to do it anymore. Maybe you shouldn't do it anymore.
I'm sure they have some friends that they consulted before they asked me about this.
Yeah.
Because they never mentioned like OnlyFans to me. So it's more about like my mental health, everything, how's everything. Because I don't stay with them. So
yeah. But they do check in with you and say like
time and time again, yeah.
Okay. What did they say about when you started it? Like maybe you want to consider something else, or what was their general comments?
I would say it's more like me getting a tattoo done, you know.
Oh,
so
they were more worried about that.
I think the whole thing is like it's similar to tattoo because it's like online stuff. Once you post it there, it's like always there.
Okay.
Same thing to my tattoos, you know.
Okay.
At first they weren't okay with me getting tattoos. So last time I used to hide my tattoos from my parents, right? When I was just staying with them. I'll wear a sweater all the time, right? But now that's casually.
How did you get away with that? When people do that, I'm always like, hey, but it's like prime position to get
because
caught.
some kids, most Gen Zs are like 18, 19.
Yep.
They're quite rebellious, you know. So they don't get their tattoos done.
Yeah. But how do you hide
parents.
it at home? You're like,
very
if I'm your parents, like, hey, isn't it very hot? You wear like sweaters
Yeah.
at home, long sleeve.
Yeah, so there was like a situation for a bit. But after I slowly grew out of it, then I came home. I mean, I moved out, so I had my own independence, everything. So I just paid my own rent, paid my own expenses, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they also can't really say anything about it.
That's true.
Yeah, so we have a healthy relationship right now, so it's fine.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you grew up in a broken home or your parents were separated, and then was your relationship not good with them when you left?
I would say I'm trying to fix it and it's getting better. Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you about now, like since you started in 2021 until now, about OnlyFans. Are you still as popular as your heyday as in 2021 when you first started?
Honestly, no. I wouldn't say I would say the amount of people who subscribe also dropped because of the economy, everything, right?
You got hit by inflation.
Actually, it affects, because you see the spending power in COVID period is much higher, right? Because you're at home more.
Yeah.
You spend more time at home. You're on your phone more.
Yeah.
But now it's like back to normal. So the spending power decreases also.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, your business has been affected by.
Yeah.
Okay.
So OnlyFans is a trying business during pandemic and COVID.
Okay, so you realize that you now need to pivot to something else.
Yeah, so that's why during my whole thing I have been trying to think of something else. So I started ice cream business.
Yes.
Right? I did that as well.
Yes.
So I started my full-time job with my family.
Yeah.
So I just diverted into different income sources as well.
Okay.
Because I was hit by one. So I was like, oh, that hurts a lot.
So
Yeah.
at your peak, I think you making like 30K or something like that
Yeah.
of OnlyFans, right? How much has it gone down by now?
I'll say now it's still decent. Still
Okay.
decent. Yeah.
So how's the ice cream business actually? Is it like doing well and like
I'll say it's okay. It's okay. It's still surviving.
how involved are you with it? Like, do you? I assume you're not there
Yeah.
every day,
No,
right?
yeah.
So you just let it run. But do you like turn up and
Uh,
do you
I-
scoop the ice cream
For events.
Oh, for events.
Yeah, so
okay.
actually I have like some clients that specifically request me to scoop ice cream for them
Okay.
at events.
Going back to OnlyFans, like I was thinking about because you have to constantly get your audience's attention, right? Like, what is your content creation strategy like? Do you ever get sian of like making OnlyFans content?
I'll say OnlyFans content. I think content in general is it's not easy thing to do because it's a long-term strategy. So I would say I have some help also. So I got help from my agencies to like advise me on like content planning.
So you have like a monthly calendar. They're like, you post on this day.
More
Oh,
like
wow.
weekly calendar.
Okay. Weekly. Okay.
Because previously I was doing by myself.
Yeah.
I don't get stressed out over everything.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not easy to manage like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, OnlyFans, then Twitter at once,
Okay.
So I think something I learned is to like get help and focus my idea into like the content, making content.
Okay.
Instead of like doing everything by myself,
Okay. Yeah. So was that difficult? Were you like very stressed making this content on your own?
I definitely had the creator burnout.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's but now it's fine. I just treat it as a lifestyle, Yeah, I don't treat it like a job.
Okay. So is it fun for you to make content for that platform?
I'll say it's fun. I still enjoy it, but it also motivates me to stay fit and stay healthy.
If it was me and I went to jail for being on OnlyFans, I would not return to it. But you went back to doing it after, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Why didn't jail scare you off?
Actually, the main reason why I went to jail is because of the defying the police orders.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that was it. But it was tied to the fact that you did this. You were charged for
Yeah.
having this account. So, someone reported, and then you had to pay that fine, right? And you
Yeah.
went to jail because you then logged on back to your account. But the whole episode was because you were an OnlyFans creator. So I want to know why you went back to doing it.
So
again.
I just changed my content strategy.
Okay.
Yeah, because OnlyFans wasn't banned in Singapore. So I just continued to work around it and also like try and make it more friendly, I guess. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'll try to make it like more acceptable, I would say, to my friends, everything.
In what way do you mean like acceptable? Like
Make it more private.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you because it was someone anonymous or you didn't know who reported you, right?
Yeah.
Did that make you feel a bit more cautious among maybe your friend group, or it was like maybe not friends but
Yeah.
with people because you're so open, like
Because the reason, actually, I know the reason why someone made a police report. Because I think someone is an underage girl received a photo of me, right? So the guardian made a police report on me,
yeah.
which I felt like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Uh,
Knowing that a 12-year-old was watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that? I mean, what was your thought process there?
I don't know how she got it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Because a platform like this have like made it clear that you need to be 18 and above to have this kind of access, everything. So I would say someone must be very the friend of hers must have been very not nice
Yeah.
to send to a minor. Yeah.
Yeah. And during that episode, you mentioned that you became anxious and you had an adjustment disorder, right?
Yeah.
Were you officially diagnosed, or what happened there?
So actually during that whole period, a lot was going through my head. So all the online pressure, everything, as well as like, what's going to happen next, everything. Like, am I going to be in jail for very long, everything. So I guess that really affected my mental health. So I definitely seek some kind of like help. So I visit psychiatrists to get meds, everything, like counseling, and slowly seek help from friends. I also like find a new direction, I guess.
You had to take medication?
Yeah.
It was quite serious?
That's like a mood
Oh,
stabilizing medication. Yeah.
okay. Did it not scare you? Well, not scare is not the right word, but did you not like think that, okay, maybe I need to take like a step back?
Yeah. That's why I took a break for a year.
Okay, so after you came out of jail, and then you like kind of like
Yeah, I took a break first. Yeah.
Okay, but how are you now today with your mental health?
I would say it's good. It's good because I also have a daughter now, so I
Yeah.
would say I have different plans and different like. But eventually, I plan to stop everything on OnlyFans. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
That's why
an interesting one, and we'll get back to that at the end. But I wanted to go back to you talking about your daughter because you became a dad when you were 20.
Last year. Yeah.
23, right? 23,
23,
right?
yeah.
Okay, but now you're a divorced parent at 24.
Yeah, we are trying to co-parent right now.
Yeah, so I was going to ask
Yeah.
you about co-parenting because going back to what I said earlier, a lot of your life is online, including your engagement, your wedding, and then your kid being born, and
So,
then
yeah.
now you and Cheryl
Yeah.
are fighting online. Is that what it is?
Uh,
or what's
so-
happening? Tell me about that.
So right now, I would say we are trying to settle it offline, right? Settle it, so actually we're going through our lawyers to discuss everything. What's the best case for co-parenting, right?
Yeah.
Because eventually this is going to be a long-term thing.
What are you guys clashing on?
Regarding the whole, I would say, who is she going to be with, everything, like the schedule. So I guess that's the biggest concern. But ultimately, I guess we want the best for our child. So I hope that something peaceful can be done in the next few months.
Are you guys trying to navigate like timing, who gets out on holidays? Is that what it is?
I would say everything because Cheryl is Malaysian, so mainly she moved to Singapore because of me.
Yeah,
But,
so
but
how
now
now?
it's a bit complicated.
Okay, yeah.
So I would say hope that can be sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how often do you see your daughter's name is Elaria,
Elaria,
right? Am
yeah.
I pronouncing it right? Elaria. How often do you see her now?
So right now, I don't see her that much every month, but I'm trying to increase that. So that's why we are going through like this family dispute resolution, everything.
Okay,
They call it
understand.
FDR in court. Yeah.
Right. I actually came across a Reddit thread about this because people talk, right? I mean, you put this online and then people want to talk about it. And some of the comments were like, oh, what did he expect? Because he got engaged in a very short time, then got married in a month, and you are very young. And
Yes.
then people say like, oh, what did he expect? So what do you say to people who comment about your marriage, about your kid?
I mean, I can't blame them for making these such comments because I was the one who posted such content online.
Okay.
So lesson learned is that if you don't want to people talk about this, maybe not talk about it online.
Okay.
So I also would say that fame is like a double-edged sword because the good things that you want to share, it might bring you more attention and more income. But sometimes when it turns around, it's like
Yeah.
quite hard to take it away from you, from the attention. Yeah.
What happened towards the end?
I would say we fell out.
You fell out,
Yeah.
okay, when there was no way to like get back together or anything like that.
I would say, I mean, we're both posting a lot online. So I would say I will try to make it more like a healthy space. I don't want to, hopefully there won't be any like online drama anymore.
Yeah.
Because I guess audience don't want to see such thing. That's not very nice also for our daughter to see in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of your daughter in the future, I mean, based on your history of, being at OnlyFans, what if she finds your content later on, when she's older? What would you say to her? Or how would you explain it?
I would share with her, like, this is my history, everything. But also tell her why I did it, everything. Yeah.
Okay. And would you be okay if she became an OnlyFans creator?
Firstly, I would advise her on what's like the pros and cons, everything. Then I'll tell her, I'll give her other options. But if she is still if she still doesn't want to listen, then I guess I don't know. I think that's something that's very tough for a father to say, oh,
Yeah.
I allow my daughter to be OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to what you said about the pros and cons. So I think a lot of people see the pros of it because they saw you, making the money and then you lived in a very fancy digs, right? And then you have all these like nice clothes
Yeah.
and nice animals.
Yeah.
What are the cons of it actually that people may not know?
I would say you're just being exposed online, right? So like people know you inside out online, you can be like your neighbors, they know you, your friends, So I guess that makes you very vulnerable, at a certain time, knowing that, maybe my friends have my photos, everything. So I guess that's something that is not very nice to know moving forward in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in your
To
friends have
some.
your photos on their phones?
No, I mean, as in like,
As in-
sometimes like your friends say, hey, I received a photo of you. Then that's treat like a joke,
Yeah. And was that uncomfortable for you at the start, or are you now like okay with it? Because you're saying that it's a con of the job, right?
Yeah. But at first, yes, because it's very weird, But now it's fine, yeah. Because I will expose it online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going forward, and I wanted to, ask you about you. You are now not doing OnlyFans as much as before, right?
Yes, I would say I'm focused on other things.
Yeah. Do you think that it's something that you will pick up again later on, or it's like you're gonna be done with it at some point of life?
Definitely that's the case because I plan to like change into something like longer term because as I'm growing older, I also want to try something else different, I would say.
I mean, that's interesting. When before OnlyFans, which is like something everybody knows you for,
Yeah.
what did you actually want to be when you were growing up?
Honestly, I was thinking to be like a real estate agent.
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah, because I see a lot of friends becoming let's say real estate agents or like financial advisors. So I thought of doing the same path. Yeah,
What's the appeal of being a real estate?
I would say it's
Agent.
like because it's a booming industry. Most Singaporeans need it, especially in Singapore. Prices of property are so high. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So again, that's a factor also.
So is there anything that you hope to promote in the future, or like, start a business or eventually go into real estate? Is that something that you think that you will want to do?
Actually, I've been taking my exams.
So which stage are you at now?
I'm waiting for results.
Okay.
but it's very tough, obviously.
How was it? Did you like, are you like a nerd? Are you like very into studying and
It's very different. I would say the exam is very hard, right? Because there's I think 10,000 people taking every year,
Okay.
right? Then only 10% pass.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how would you rate your chances?
This is my second chance, so hopefully.
Oh, you've done this. So this is the second time you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good luck. I
Yeah.
hope. How difficult is it, the exams for you? How do you think it went?
The first time is definitely hard. The first time, but second time you understand more. They
Okay.
understand more the next time as well. Yeah.
Okay. And when will you know the results?
Hopefully next time when I announce online, I'll be an agent
Okay.
already. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, but speaking about being online, so are there certain things that you won't say? Because this is like your family business with the seafood,
Yeah.
this thing about you taking the exams, we don't see it online, right? Or
Only-
you studying, you don't.
I only will share such stuff if like, I want everyone to know like I'm focusing on this route. That will be full on online, using my online leads to like generate more marketing, sales, everything from this platform, I guess.
How successful do you think you will be as a real estate agent?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I can't say for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the gist of what we're talking about really is you sharing your life online. I want to know, is there a particular aspect of life that you will never share at all? Or are you just really an open book forever?
I would say after this relationship thing I had with Cheryl, I would say now I'm more cautious about sharing my personal relationship life online, right? Because I've seen a lot of like, because it's harder to get back in the dating scene, let's say after all this is online, right? So say that's something that I'll be more cautious moving forward. Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking to date again?
I would say I would try to. Right now, I'm more focused on like getting my life on track, setting the divorce, everything, setting my child. Yeah, but I'll keep it private for my personal relationship life.
Like you won't put your partner online or announce like your day-to-day kind of thing, right?
I'll be more cautious with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because honestly, my partner will be targeted as well. That's why
Yeah.
I feel like as an OnlyFans creator, that's something that's a downside. Your partner will be targeted everything because people will be like, aiming that your partner,
Yeah. How do
sending
you
photos to your
meet
partner. Yeah.
people to date? Like, are you on apps? How easy is it for you?
I'm not on any apps, so
Okay.
I'll say more like social events or like friends of friends. Yeah.
Okay. So when do you think you will get back into the dating game? No timeline. I mean, just like
yeah, I think casual.
okay, taking it easy for now, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
You have been in the news for 4 years now. You're at 24.
Yes.
You've done so many things in your life. Do you think you have peaked at 24?
I'll say no. I'm still going, right? But I guess I'll try to make more good news instead of like interesting news like getting married in that week.
Okay.
Yeah.
New goals.
New goals, yeah.
New goals. Thank you for being super candid with me today, Titus. I hope to have you back on the show once you pass your real estate
Yes,
exam.
I'd love to be back, share new stuff, everything. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Come back anytime you want and then we'll chat. So if you want to stay up to date with new episodes of The Usual Place, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button and you'll get all our fresh content. And if you want to hear the audio version of this episode, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on the ST app. Now, I'm not on OnlyFans, but I am on Instagram. And if you want to connect with me directly, you can follow me at theusualplace_net. I will see you next time on the next episode of The Usual Place.
Bye.
Bye.